Welcome back to Marketplace Midweek on your favorite small automotive YouTube channel, Evo Auto. That's EYVO Auto for enhancing your vehicle ownership. I'm Nate, and this is Marketplace Midweek, where I look for and react to cars on the Facebook Marketplace and other various platforms. Okay. If you guys don't know, this is a short series that I introduced on the channel 4 weeks ago. This is Marketplace Midweek number 4. I get to pass on some of my tidbits of information on different cars that I might know of or different cars that are available on the market. It's a good way to stay up on current market prices on used cars. Maybe you're looking at buying a new car like I am. Maybe you just like to look like I do, and that's perfectly okay. This is for your entertainment and some educational value if we can get any of that out of it. And I'm going to make my window small and jump onto Facebook. Let's see what today brings. We got a Roomba. Okay, let's go down to vehicles. So I have not been on here recently or looked at any of these. The first one that jumps out to me is this 2008 Audi A4. If you guys don't know, if you don't follow the channel, I drive an Audi A8, 99 Audi A8, so, you know, about 10 years difference here, but I am very interested in owning a newer Audi. This one looks super clean and super nice. Probably a pretty good buy, and they're probably asking what it's worth for. So let's go on to something a little bit more interesting. Here is the back end of a 99 Subaru Forester for $3,200. Runs great. Haven't had any problems with it. Clean title. Does great in the snow. Price is negotiable. Let me know. Okay. I like Subarus. I'm not big into like wagons or hatchbacks, but you know, this one looks like a good car. I think that they should put some more photos up of it, and they should probably actually take some dedicated Facebook Marketplace photos. Probably not a bad buy. Lower miles. Most of the Subarus that you see around here have like 200,000 miles, like this Honda Civic, 246,000. It's funny to me that the first row of cars, there's actually two lower priced cars with lower miles. Usually they have lower miles. Out here people think they're worth a lot more than they are, and they throw it up for that. But yeah, here's a 98 Honda Accord LX for $253,000. Looks like it's covered in salt, but it's not. They just had bad paint on them, unfortunately, in the late 90s or early 2000s. But they make very good cars, as you can see here. Most of these cars that you find today have like 250, 300. I've seen some with 400,000 or 500,000 miles on them. So if you want a good car to last a long time, get a 90s or early 2000s Honda. I prefer the Civic I prefer the Accord over the Civic, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. What is going on with this thing? This is a good looking car for $1,350. Let's see. Only 170,000 miles. It's got new brakes, serpentine belt, oil change. Everything works. No engine lights. Title runs great. Okay, here we go. Cons. Will eventually need some front end work. Tie rod or CV axle. It is not $200 to $300 to fix a tie rod or CV axle. If that was the only thing wrong with this car, this would probably be a really good car to buy to flip. What did they get? Oh, that's when they bought it. What? So it says when they bought it, it had 171,000 miles, and they're only putting it for 170. Yeah, 172. So they've only owned it for 1,000 miles, and they're selling it already for less than what they paid for it. So that would tell you that it's probably not just the tie rod or CV axle that is wrong with this car. And supposedly there's no lights, but there's the airbag light right there. So anyways, would I buy a car like this? Absolutely, if I could clean it up enough to resell or something like that. Maybe I just want to drive it around. Ford Fusion, not that bad of a car, you know. Not that many miles on it. So I've seen a lot of Mazdas on here recently. I'm trying not to click on the ones that say dealership, but the Mazdas also seem to get a lot of miles from what I've seen from looking. I think it's really interesting that they've scribbled that out. I don't know what they're trying to hide there. Looks like they had a few years of bad paint, but from what I see, most of the Mazdas, they used to be kind of compact, commuter type cars, and they're actually getting to look really good in today's day and age. This isn't definitely my favorite model, but the older ones do get a lot of miles. The engine runs well and takes me where I need to go. Bought this car at $220,000. I've put 6,000 miles on it over the past 2 years. So to put that in perspective for you guys, in 2 years, I put like 30,000 miles on my truck. They've done 6,000 miles in 2 years. That's impressive. This is somebody that doesn't drive ever, yet this car keeps on running, and I need to get the truck out and run it. It's just been sitting there for the past month. It's not good on cars to not be driven, yet at the same time, if you drive too much, you really rack up the miles. Again, I have hang on. It's very roomy, it has lots of trunk space, $1,800 or best offer. No payments or spam. So I'm guessing that they're meaning don't send me money through the Facebook Marketplace because I'm not going to accept it. I want it in cash, hard cash. And I agree, I don't like to have people pay me over Facebook Marketplace. It's just kind of sketchy. I'd rather do cash. What an interesting listing. This is one of the reasons that I love the Facebook Marketplace. I don't care if you try to sell like your wrecked car or something like that, but posting a picture like this really draws attention. That car hit a pole, and in fact their description says this 95 Honda Accord ran perfectly until it hit a pole. This was a driver error and not the car error. I would say that was definitely a driver error. Motor has less than 155,000 miles on it, and the transmission is less than 2 years old. So this is something I do love about the Facebook Marketplace. So they say it's been driven 155,000 miles right here. I can't actually point to my screen. I got to do it with the cursor. That's probably not true. This is probably a 300,000 mile car, which looks like it's very clean. So when its old engine and transmission went out, they rightfully put a new one in, and unfortunately they had an accident, and it probably is worth around $800. I don't know if you could fix it up or not. It says it used to run good until they hit the poles, and maybe it doesn't run now. I don't know. But again, I'm a big fan of the Honda Accords. They last forever. If you need a good car, buy one of those. They're also very drivable. I wouldn't want to take them on super long road trips, but it's whatever. If you got a good commute, they get amazing gas mileage. And our last car of the day, I absolutely love when people try to make their cars look super cool by putting up rustic style or super cool car photo type things. We've got a Dodge Challenger in the back. I don't know what this is, some sort of JDM car, and then there's a Stang right here, and I think it's this 96 Stang Mustang Coupe GT 2-door for sale. I don't know many people that like the 90s Mustangs. I'm not particular to them. I've almost bought one in the past, but I didn't, obviously, and I'm kind of glad that I talked myself out of that. They don't have really any real pictures of the car. There's the car, but if I'm buying it on the Facebook Marketplace, I want to see a little more about it, and it cracks me up that they've got this sideways Instagram post on there. I've missed my baby. Let's see what's going on here. Love the car, but need fun. Read the whole post. Love the car, but needs funds for my Subaru, of course. 160,000 miles on the tranny, almost completely stock other than the K&N filter, which is aftermarket intake manifold as well. New brakes, rotors, 2 sets of rims. Intake manifold broke and coolant leaked into the cylinder. Needs engine work or LS swapped like my plan was. Or best offer, need it gone fast. So let's take a look at the Subaru that they need work done. This is somebody that obviously likes to modify cars. I'm not big into the whole cheap eBay modification type of a thing. If you're going to spend that money, save up more, like double or triple, and really modify it well, not just with these, I don't want to say like crappy aftermarket parts, but you know, you get what I'm saying. You catch my drift. You know, the tranny, is it worth $800? I don't know. For $200 or $700, sorry, is it worth $700? I don't know. For 2 sets of rims and a decent tranny, probably to somebody that has the same car, is that car worth rebuilding? You know, I don't know. Again, there's no real pictures on here. It might be. It's probably not. But I think that they're in their right mind to put this up for $700. I think it's a good price for it, and it's probably a good buy to the right person. So anyways, this has been Midweek Marketplace. If you guys are enjoying this series on the channel, go ahead and smash that like button. Leave a comment below, as always, with what you guys would like to see. Last week, I filmed a video of my 5 favorite automotive related accessories. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. Subscribe to my channel for future videos like this one and for future automotive related content. I hope you guys are doing great, and I'll catch you in the next video.